our terrible predictions.
Write this down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
It's Write That Down with Mackey, Judd, and Rami.
Write that down.
Write that down. I don't have a pencil.
Well, remember that, then.
Welcome in to the most exciting segment in sports talk. Write that down. We're the only show in the country that keeps track of our predictions, holds each other accountable. Here's how it works every single week. You can also watch this on the Mackey and Judd YouTube show if you want to see the visual of this, if you want to see our ugly faces. Just subscribe to youtube.com/Mackey Judd. We also have a Viking-centric YouTube channel where we talk Vikings every single day, youtube.com/Score North, SKOR North. Here's how Write That Down works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable in some way. We keep track of batting averages and home runs, and listeners can participate by, I know it says on the screen, downloading the Score North app and entering for your chance to play. The easiest way, honestly, right now is just to DM me on Twitter.
Slide in the DMs.
And we'll get you in. Just slide in.
Been there.
DM.
It happens.
I like it when you start the conversation with "you up?" ?
Little Netflix and chill. You
You
can
up.
follow. You never know.
Ellipses.
You
Dot,
never
dot,
know
dot.
what's going to happen.
Yep. So, gentlemen, and we've got a couple guest listener predictors here. Alex and our former marketing guru and host of the Score North Gophers show, Ross Brendel, who has a new podcast, and so he'll be joining as well in just a second. But let's go through the accountability session here.
Write this down.
Tons of stuff off the board. And we'll start with Judd Zolgad, who had a mixed week that turned out to be actually great in the end.
God.
You said Joel. I keep saying Joel. Yoel. It's Yoel. It's a soft
Call
J,
him
right?
Yule Erickson Eck.
Yule.
Joel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just call him Eck.
Yule Erickson Eck
The
will
artist
score
known as
a
Eck.
goal in Game 1 against the Canucks. Goal. Did not happen. You said NFL teams will play at least one preseason game this summer. I feel like...
No, that's fine. Take it off the board.
Okay.
It's wrong.
I can't remember if we
It'll be
missed that
zero.
one. And you said this is where it was kind of like the semantics of this were sort of debatable for a while, but now that they're counting these numbers as playoff stats, you said the Wild will miss the playoffs in 2019-20. I mean, these are playoff games.
Yeah, the league is considering them technically, yes. They're calling them that.
They're playoff stats.
I'm comfortable with that being a loss.
Yeah. You, however, said Alex Stalock will be the starting goalie for the opening game against the Canucks, which was correct.
Yeah.
Judd, take a trip around the bases. You said Kevin Fiala will score the first Wild goal when they resume.
Nice compact swing.
Swing and a drive.
Nice compact swing. I tightened it up. A little Nelly Cruz.
Yeah, a little short porch at Yankee Stadium. A good home run there. Yep, good job.
High fly ball, deep left field. Donaldson has left the building. Here comes the rain shower.
I am a professional write that down approacher.
You are. You're dialed in right now.
I'm going the other way. I'm not worried about home runs. I'm worried about contact, and thus the home runs are
The
coming.
home runs just come. Ken Griffey Jr. never tried to hit a home run in his career. That's why he hit like 600 of them.
We're the exact same age, basically the same athletic abilities. It's unbelievable.
Both look great in backwards hats. You
That's
said
pretty good in backwards hat.
You said baseball will play its double headers this season, limiting them to 7 games apiece.
7 innings.
I'm sorry, 7 innings apiece.
That's whoa. About to pat myself on the back.
I don't think that's a home run because it was already kind of
Discussed?
It was sort of a notion that was floated.
Okay.
I think. I mean, Judd.
When did he make the prediction?
Honesty police. He made it probably back in like April.
I actually think that is as much or more of a home run than Fiala.
I think if he made it in April.
And they did it in season too.
Looking at afar from the team that I saw as a
High fly ball, deep left field. Donaldson has left the building. Here comes the rain shower.
We're going to give you a bomb. We're going to give you a bomb on that.
I think I'm up to
Fine
3
with that.
now.
I believe you are too. You said the Gopher football team will not play a non-conference game this season. Yeah. And that Spielman and Zimmer would get multi-year contract extensions. Judd Zolgad.
Whoa, what a week. What a week. Sports Dad is so proud of himself.
He's so excited. That might be, I mean, that's one of your best weeks of all time here.
That's one of the best weeks of all time.
5 correct predictions and 2 home runs. Is that the greatest offensive week in the history of Write That Down?
Well, hold on a second. I'll check the records. 41 Teddy Ballgame. 41 DiMaggio. Carew in 77.
God.
Brett in 80. Gwynn, I think, 94. Yeah, it's one of them.
It's pretty high up there.
It's one.
Yeah.
This is the type of thing that lands you in the Write That Down Hall of Fame.
All right.
I'm serious. I mean, this is great. Declan, take note. Sports Son, take note.
I'm excited for mine. Don't worry about it.
You're junior.
Don't worry
I'm
about
senior. Take note.
And we lost the stream there.
Oh, did I lose the stream?
Yes,
Because my internet's being crappy.
that is correct.
All right, I'm sorry about that for the
Yeah,
viewers
this is
out
more
there.
me than I'd like to see.
All right, well, we'll continue on here, and hopefully we get the stream back. So Jonathan predicted, he's last year's batting champion. He predicted that the 2019-20 NHL season will get canceled. Ruling on this, my interpretation was he meant that it won't come back. And it's back. If it gets canceled again, I still think it's incorrect. Because I think the spirit of this prediction, if
I think he thought it was going to
correctly-
be called off
Yes.
from the point it stopped.
So I think this comes off the board because it came back. And if they don't finish, he
I think
should
that's
have
fair.
specified that.
I think you're yes.
Okay.
Plus, he's not here to argue and defend himself right now. So
Plus, he's a soccer guy.
he also pretty much cheated to win last year's batting title. I mean,
Pretty much.
we love him, but come on.
He was the Astros. he snookered and bamboozled us at every turn.
All right, his other prediction was Kevin Fiala will score at least 25 goals for the Wild in 2019-20. So here's the problem with this prediction. He had 23 before the stoppage. He scored his 24th.
They don't count.
Actually, how many does he have in the postseason?
3.
So he technically has 26 goals since the start of the regular season, but 3 of them are considered postseason goals.
Yes.
Right.
So this prediction is incorrect
Sorry,
because this
buddy.
is a regular season prediction that Jonathan made.
Sorry, dude.
That's how Write That Down works.
Yep.
Pandemic
Phrasing,
loopholes.
baby.
Oh, it's ruthless.
Rami Makloff said that the NBA regular season or the NBA season would not restart in 2019-20. He doubled down on that by saying there will not be meaningful NBA games again this season. No regular season or playoffs. I don't know why he doubled down, but
He had a tendency to double down.
he did.
I miss Rami.
Let's see. He said a second season of Tiger King will be announced before the end of July. And I kind of left this one on the board because I wasn't sure. I did a quick Google search this morning, and apparently it has been renewed for a second season on Netflix. There's a couple articles out there.
Okay.
The details of it have not really been announced, but it has been renewed for a second season.
All right.
And it was from May was the story that I found. So he's correct on this one. And he said Mike Zimmer and Rick Spielman will still be employed by the Vikings by training camp. They are. Manny had nothing off the board. I had a rough week. I said Jose Barrios will go at least 7 full innings in his next start. I mean, and this was the start. This was his second start. So the one yesterday, because I think he made a start like last Wednesday or
Thursday.
Against Bieber.
Against Bieber.
and it was not
Bieber fever.
7 innings. And I said, this is another one, semantics. Jason Zucker will score at least 10 goals for the Penguins the remainder of the season and at least 1 goal in the Stanley Cup Finals. He had 6 goals in the regular season for the Penguins before the season got shut down. And now the goals are considered postseason goals, so that is wrong. Listeners, Justin in Rochester said the Wild would win their first round series in the playoffs against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yikes.
Oh, he gave you a team. He gave you the opponent.
Oh, boy.
Learn your lesson there. Tom F. said with 50 games to go in the season, he said this back in December, the Wild will get points in at least 35 of those games. Well, I went through and they didn't play most of them.
Research department hard at work on this one.
I know. Please don't make specific predictions like that makes the research department have to go back
We've
and look.
got such a big one. Our research department's so extensive. I don't know what you're talking about. They got plenty of time.
James said the Turtle, William Astudillo, would not be with the Twins organization to start the 2020 regular season. He's not on the roster, but he's with the organization.
Phrasing.
So that's incorrect.
He's in St. Paul, right?
I believe so.
I think he's working out with the lads in St. Paul.
But Justin M. said Byron Buxton will play in 100 games or fewer this season.
Attaboy.
Pandemic helping you out there.
There you go.
Probably wouldn't have needed it, but Barry Anderson said both Spielman and Zimmer will have their contracts extended. That's right for those guys.
Very.
And that brings us to Declan Goff. Let me real quick just see if I can jump back in this.
Please do. I
stream
need
here.
Yeah, I want to see.
I want the
I
visual.
like exactly.
You want to mute my mute my mic there,
Oh,
Dex,
sure. Absolutely.
so that we
Oh, there he is.
all right, I'll do a
There
do a
he
quick little
is.
share here. Little technical production work to get this back rocking and rolling. All right, you got me there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. All right, accountability session for Declan Goff.
All right.
You said at least one NBA team will drop out of the bubble by the time play resumes. Incorrect. You said there will not be an NHL game played by August 1st, and then you said scrimmages included.
Or excluded.
No,
Or
excluded.
sorry,
Excluded.
As in the
Oh.
scrimmages
the scrimmages.
excluded
They
from
don't
the August
count.
1st. Yes.
Okay, so now this is where we need a definition, okay? The first games were played on August 1st.
Yeah.
Judd Zolgad, I need your journalistic expertise here.
Okay, read this again.
He said there will not be an NHL game played by August 1st. The first games were played on August 1st.
What is that, Professor Zolgad?
There will not be.
Ooh, this is phrasing, man. This one's. Ugh, I like this.
Hold on, because I'm trying to go through this and jumping through the mental gymnastics and loopholes of how this is worded. There will not
classic
be
me.
Again, NHL game played
By August 1st.
by August.
I don't know what to do with this.
Okay. Here's my initial inclination: is I think we give it to him.
Okay.
I think it's close enough to being. I think it's right.
I think he's saying that there will be no games played through July.
But they played on. But they played on. I mean, I think he hit the date. Which
Wait. So.
I think you're right.
Okay.
So I'm going to read this one more time because we're not the smartest guys in the world.
No, I'm not.
There will not be. Your prediction was there will not be. Actually, you know what? Which one's Ross here?
I got him. Roscoe, you
Ross,
there?
we need external help here. Declan's prediction was there will not be an NHL game played by August 1st. The first games were played on August 1st.
Roscoe?
Yeah, this is really tough for me. So first off, how do you guys not have a staff lawyer to help you with the semantics on these yet? I think that needs to be the next person who sits on this segment with you is a lawyer who can help with the accountability.
I got an
session.
attorney friend. Well, hold on here. Maybe I should weigh in here.
I have always considered when somebody says by or end of week or they give a date, I have always considered that date to be part of it. So if Declan says by August 1st, then August 1st should count.
So are you saying, is August 1st included in the cluster
That's
of
what
dates?
he's saying. Yes.
I would say it's included.
That means it's wrong. Right? Right?
Oh, sweet Lord.
Because he's saying,
oh, my God.
Because he's saying
I'm out.
there will not be an NHL game played on all of these dates, including August 1st. And August 1st
Are
is
you
a day
giving
in
it
which
to him,
games are
Ross,
played.
or not? Just break the difference.
I actually think I was misinterpreted. I would give it to him.
All right, screw it.
I think we give it to him.
Declan, the fact that you included August 1st in here, and that's the day that they played games, and all right, we'll count it.
All right.
Moving on. You also said no Twins starting pitcher will pitch 7 complete innings by next Wednesdays. Write that down. That's correct. You said Rosario and Sano would go Yad before this week's. Write that down. And you said the Wild would win game 1 of their series against the Canucks on Sunday evening, which is correct. And so ignore these averages because Declan Goff is actually hitting more than this. He's hitting 469 on the season.
Nice.
Judd Zolgad up to 441 with 3 bombs. So ignore that as well. He's got 3 bombs.
What a year I'm having. MVP.
Rami's at 400 with a bomb. I'm having a good season, but fourth.
You're
333 with 2 bombs. Listeners
You're
at
good, just not great.
262 with a home run.
I'm great.
John Harrison, 225 with 2 bombs, and Manny Hill, 148 with a home run.
Write it down. You like writing things down. Write this down.
All right.
I'm Nelson Cruz.
Wow.
I am Nelson Cruz. I'm hitting bombs. I'm hitting for average. Sign me up.
Amazing. So now we get into the actual predictions of the week here, and we have 2
Write it
guest
down.
listener
You like
predictors.
writing things down.
We've got Ross Brendel, formerly the host of the Score North Gopher Show. Ross, tell the audience what your new podcast is and where they can find it.
Minnesota Sports Chat. It is available on PodMN and also Spotify and Apple. So just search Minnesota Sports Chat. 2/3 of Write That Down has appeared on the pod so far. Declan Goff, you are on the clock, and many others in and around the cities as well. Just talking Minnesota sports.
Nice.
Similar to what you guys do, but not nearly as well. Again, Minnesota Sports Chat, Apple, Spotify, and PodMN.
Awesome. And can you pop Alex on here too so I don't screw this up?
Oh, I hung up on Ross.
Okay,
so
we'll call Roscoe back.
Call Roscoe back, and then you punch him in on your side, okay? Sounds good? All right.
Good. Alex, what's going on? Guest listener predictor number 2. How's it going with you?
Going pretty good.
Are you ready to take some swings for the fence, or are you going to square around and drop some bunts down today?
I think all of these are at least gap shots. Some of them might be close. Maybe need an assist from Jose Canseco's head.
or Byron Buxton's fear of the fence, maybe. Maybe get an assist.
Stop
from
with
him.
it. Another nice
I
catch.
think my last one is some Carlos Gomez sitting dead red and screwing himself into the ground.
I miss Carlos Gomez.
Celebrating wildly as he rounds the bases.
Is Carlos Gomez on a team right now, or is he just hanging out quarantining?
I don't think he's
by
on a team right now.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
Write that down.
All right, Alex, you fire away first. We'll go Alex, Ross, Judd, Declan, Phil around the room 3 times. Go ahead, Alex. Lead us off.
All right, I'm going to start with the Twins. Rich Hill will have more playoff appearances than regular season appearances in 2020.
I love it.
He's buying into the Zolgadian theory that this is all a ropa-dopa. Saving the innings. Way to go.
It's also possible that if he makes 2 postseason appearances, then that prediction will be correct.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, Roscoe, your first prediction. Go ahead.
So let it be known, first off, Declan, in a very political move, since I helped you out, if any of my 3 write that downs are close, I expect you to vote in my favor.
Okay,
So
sir. Yeah, I got you.
Just getting that out there right away.
I got you.
So I started working on these predictions a few days ago because we all know I'm a planner. And when I started these predictions, the Rashad Bateman news had not broke yet. And we hadn't yet learned that the Big Ten was optimistically going to try and play football games starting in early September. So you guys let me know if this is weak sauce or if I need to step it up a little bit. But in the next completed college football season, the Gopher football team will not finish in the top 25.
Wow, no faith in PJ Flex system.
Who are you, Ross? I thought you're number 1 PJ.
Yeah, at least expect a thing.
You can still have a good season and not finish in the top 25. We're flyover territory. They could finish 8-2 and not finish in the top 25 if the season's completed.
Didn't you just say on Twitter yesterday that you reload for the Gopher football team? You don't rebuild, you reload?
I did say that, but that has nothing to do with trying to get some hits and write that down.
Okay, all right. I respect it.
All right, so we go to Judd Zolgan.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Go ahead, Judd.
Okay, being very careful about my wording of write that down. Number 1 for me this week. Josh Donaldson will not start during the Twins' 8-game road trip. He will not start. He could pinch hit because he's going to go on the trip. But I do not think that he will start a game during the trip that starts in Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and then concludes in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Write that down.
Dex.
All right, the Wild will win games 3 and 4, moving on to the next round. In other words, they will not lose to the Canucks for the rest of the play-in series.
Wow.
So they will win games 3 and 4.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, do you guys want this
Yeah, give it to me.
the trade that the Twins are
I
going to
need
make
it.
here?
Give me the Spaceball cocaine.
The Minnesota Twins by September 1st or August 31st. I'm not going to go down the Declan path. The Twins in 2020, actually, in the season, okay? So before the trade deadline, just to specify. The Twins will trade for Trevor Bauer.
Oh, wow.
Bauer outage?
Trevor Bauer is a free agent after the season. The
Wait,
Reds are under
wait.
500.
Do you think that it was Bauer who flew the drone over Target Field in the 5th yesterday trying to get a look at his new ball club?
I do. I think he was.
Him and Jake Blazer were on it. I know they were.
I think he was scoping out condos, actually, and he just sort of accidentally flew into
He'll hang out in the North
Target
with me.
Field zone.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. So the Twins will trade for Trevor Bauer before the trade deadline of August 31st this season.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, back over to Alex. Listener Alex.
All right, I've got a couple wrestling predictions for you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
here's my first one. At
I do too, by the way.
All Out, which is AEW's next pay-per-view on September 5th, MJF will lose the title match against Jon Moxley because of Wardlow.
Because of Wardlow.
So
So Wardlow will
it
interfere
might be-
in some way or distract in some way.
Yeah, and it might be he's trying to help MJF and he screws it up. He might intentionally attack MJF because, they've been a little rocky. But Wardlow will be the reason MJF loses the match.
Love it. Love these wrestling predictions. You know how to get to the heart of Declan Goff and Phil Mackey.
Yeah,
Make a
good job.
wrestling
Write it
prediction.
down. You like writing things down.
Ross Brendel, your second prediction.
Man, I love the wrestling predictions on Write That Down. So I'm going to follow up a wrestling prediction with a golf prediction.
Wow.
Mr. 3M Open, Matthew Wolff, currently ranked 53 in the world, will finish in the top 16 of 156 qualified golfers in this weekend's PGA Championship.
That was a very Jim Nance-like delivery
Good
there,
Lord.
too.
Yeah.
Can you say hello, friends?
Hello, friends.
Matthew Wolff.
All right, very safe prediction that a good golfer will finish in the range of the top 15.
He comes on the show and you take a shot at Ross. I'd like to apologize.
I feel like Ross is swinging
It was
for seeing eye
unfair,
signals
Ross.
here.
Unfair.
Wait a second. Phil, you're a golf guy. Go look up Matthew Wolff. Although he appears to be on a trajectory of being a good golfer, aside from playing well at the 3M Open, he's really never done anything of consequence. So I resent that comment.
I just want you guys to know these
Sounds
are
like all our careers.
These are the types of tepid takes you get on Minnesota Sports Chat,
Wow.
available on Apple, Spotify.
That's so unfair. Roscoe and I had great fun.
Just taking shots, man.
All right, back over to John.
Yeah, Ross. What did you do to deserve this? Harsh. I mean, you're a guest.
I'm even wearing a shirt for this segment.
Thank God.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's
I was going to ask that.
Breaking
Thank you.
news. Breaking news.
Thank you very much. All right, write this down. Number 2 from me for this week. I will disagree with my sports son. The Wild Canucks series is going to go 5 games. I'm not going to give you the winner. I'm just going to say this thing's going 5 games.
Okay.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Write that down.
I don't have a pencil.
Well, remember that then.
Dex.
I have another golf prediction. Tiger Woods will not be inside the top 20 at the PGA Championship. Outside the top 20 for Tiger Woods.
No faith.
That's probably very, very solid, Declan.
Yeah.
Good job.
Outside
Write
the
this
top
down.
20.
Write this down. Speaking of wrestling predictions, so the news came out a couple days ago. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, bought the XFL. And it's funny that all the headlines were saying The Rock and investor Danny Garcia bought the XFL. Well, Danny Garcia is The Rock's ex-wife, and she's been the manager of his business activity since then. They're friends and they work together. So The Rock and his ex-wife bought the XFL is the real headline. Write this down. Sometime in the next 3 years. So by before, I'm going to say before
he's in your head.
August
Declan's prediction
6th.
is now in your head.
Before August 6th, 2023.
Okay.
The Rock will be part of a group that buys the WWE from Vince McMahon.
Whoa.
The Rock has a ton of money.
Yep.
Vince McMahon is getting older. The company has falling ratings and maybe even some failed business partnerships on the horizon with Fox due to poor creativity, competition for AEW. I think at some point Vince is going to sell that company or at least sell part of it, and I think The Rock will be part of the group that buys it, and that will be amazing.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, Alex, your final swing here.
All right, I'm going to swing out of my shoes on this one. So you mentioned AEW's competition. By the end of this year, AEW Dynamite will have a higher rating in the 18 to 49 demographic than Monday Night Raw in a calendar week.
Yes. I hope this happens. It's probably going to happen. WWE is just a disaster right now. Alex.
I mean, I just checked. They've got like a 20-point lead at the moment. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Alex, we appreciate you coming on, taking these swings. Since you have this gigantic platform here, would you like to thank anyone in your life that got you to this point?
I just want to thank my hands. No, I really just want to give a shout out to all the people working on the front lines, not just in the healthcare industry, but retail workers, food service, delivery. Everyone who's just keeping the world moving right now.
And a hat tip to Freddie Mitchell.
Very
Don't
classy.
drop him. Don't hit drop on the phone.
Okay. Sorry. So we'll leave Alex on here so I don't kill both of these.
Correct.
Okay, got it. All
Correct.
right. Thanks for telling me that.
This is a tightrope right
On-air
now that you
production.
guys
Yeah.
are producing. A
I know.
tightrope.
I know. All right, Roscoe, your final prediction.
By Alex, put a smile on your face, people. You can make the world a better place, but cover that smile up with a mask. Hey, Mike Greenberg's new radio show, Greeny, on Score North on AM 1500, scorenorth.com, and the free Score North mobile app. Weekdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. will feature a segment of reckless speculation or Can we stop? In the first show aired on Monday, August 17th.
Love it. So he's going to steal a Mackey and Judd segment for his first show.
Do we get a check?
Again, you need a lawyer.
Or does Chancey and Fargo, Can We Stop should actually get the check?
Chancey's going to wind up suing all of us, actually, if that happens. Yeah. But we gave Chancey at least some verbal credit. Roscoe, well, we appreciate you coming on the show here, too. And if you have anything or anyone that you would like to thank, this is your chance.
No, I would just like to thank you three for this opportunity. Keep up the great work, and I'll give one more shameless plug for Minnesota Sports Chat, or follow me on the Twitter machine at Brendel Ross. Thank you three for everything, and I look forward to listening to many more pods in the coming days.
Also, I'll add to that. Oh, sorry.
And centuries.
I'll add to that plug that Tuesdays on Minnesota Sports Chat, wall-to-wall Matthew Wolf conversations, too. Bonus episodes on Tuesdays.
Actually, you've inspired me. I think Tuesday is going to be Tepid Tuesdays.
Just
shirts are optional.
Takes.
Yeah, shirts are optional.
Ross has mild take Monday, tepid take Tuesday.
The Gophers might be good.
Wavering take Wednesday.
They might not be good. We're not quite sure. We'll figure it all out later.
Oh, my God.
See you, Roscoe.
See ya.
Thanks, Ross.
See you, boys.
All right. See ya, Ross. See ya, Alex. Back over to Judd Zolgad here.
Write this down.
All right. This one's not going to pay itself off for a little while, at least until the winter, but I'm going to give you it as my third. Write that down. The Vikings will finish outside the top 10 in yards allowed this season in defense. So the Vikings will finish outside the top 10 in yards allowed this season on defense.
For clarification, if the season doesn't get played or if it doesn't finish, does this prediction just comes off the board? We have some of those, right? Where it's like this is contingent on the season happening.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This isn't one of those where.
But if they play 8 games, it's going to count.
If the
good
stats,
or bad, either way.
If the stats count, the prediction counts. If the stats don't count or don't happen, the prediction comes off the board.
Just comes off the board. Exactly.
All right, Declan.
Write this down.
All right, I had the Miguel Sano and Eddie Rosario home run predictions. That came true last week. So Byron Buxton will hit his first bomba by next week's. Write that down.
I had a Byron Buxton one here, too, and it was
write this down.
Fairly similar.
He gets sent to St. Paul.
Wow.
Byron Buxton's taking hacks with
William.
No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not that down on him. I just want him to make contact, but no, I'm not that down. It's a joke, okay? It was a little joke. You know I like Buxton.
I'll stick with the Buxton
Write it
prediction
down.
as well.
You like writing things down.
Byron Buxton, before next week's Write That Down session. The word "by" has us all just like on edge here. So before next week's Write That Down session, we'll collect at least 3 extra base hits. So in the next week, Byron Buxton will collect at least 3 extra base hits.
I'll be very happy if you prove to be correct and get the point.
Yeah. So there it is.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
Those are your weekly Write That Down predictions.
Okay, so I have a text here from an attorney friend of mine who explains the by definition.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
She says, I am right, and the difference in the intentions of the contents in the statement, if you use on, that means it must be completed on that day, no before nor after.
Yeah.
When you use by, that means it could not be completed before of on that day, but not after.
So the day doesn't count, or it does count?
It does count.
It does count.
It does count. It includes
So you get to the end of the day, basically.
Yeah.
It's a loophole.
Because if I say, hey, Judd, have those papers on my desk by tomorrow, you get the day tomorrow to have those papers on my desk, right?
But but Declan gave himself absolutely more time and interpretation, because on is simple, right? On just draws the line definitively. By creates what's exactly so? No, he gets the point. He worded it well. I give him credit.
All right. Wow. My head just exploded after all that. But I'm glad that we have lawyers
Good job,
who are chiming
Declan.
in on the show
Thanks for the
here.
attorneys reaching out to the Mackey and Judd show.
So there it is. Write that down predictions. Hey,
Write it down. You like writing things